Hello once again! Well, just to talk a little of the pedalboard. Well, this very surface where or that people use to put their pedals, guitar players, bass players, even keyboardists. So well, it seems that I just found some great solution. I began to play the guitar and a band when I was 12. I never had one single pedal since 2012. I mean, the first time I got a pedal was in 2012. Then in all that season when I was a teenager, we had no pedals there in the band. We only have the saturation, the distortion of our PV amps, Rage 102. If I'm not wrong, that's the number. Yes, I'm right. You excuse me. So well, first time that I got a pedal was in 2012. That was a Distortion Plus MXR. Well, so just today, this morning, I just bought there some simple, actually board there of wood. I don't know how exactly called that thing in English. You excuse me. Because well, now I have 5 pedals. That's maybe not that much for some people, but for me it's kind of the 80% of my pedal board. That is the one. Well, it's based on the one of the great, super great guitarist Randy Rhoads. So I began to complete the pedal board in 2012. Today I have kind of 5 pedals. Still are 2 missing. But the thing is today I just bought there the very board. A simple piece of those wood, At least a real one, It's not kind of that plywood. I'm not against plywood, If it works, works. And works. Is good enough to work. I power my pedals with batteries. So, well, I just decide that I'm of that kind of guitar players, if there is that kind out there, that they like to have their pedals just kind of in the same line. Kind of to have the switches there in the same kind of level. Because yes, this thing of to have there one pedal here and one pedal here and one pedal here and the other here and one other pedal here and the other here. Well, that seems not that much comfortable for me. Even, well, it seems that yes, even I'm able to move there the buttons of the pedals while trying to press there some switch. So yes, that's maybe not my style or my vibe. So yes, I prefer there the line of pedals, just kind of to reach them in an easy manner there. Even thinking about life situations. Yes, enough things to think there about, kind of to add a little more of complications, what it seems for me with very due respect for those great guitar players out there that they use big pedal boards and well they are great but they're even maybe because they are so pro, so expert, so great, But for me, yes, I barely kind of that's my vibe, just like that. And yes, kind of works for me. So yes, a simple pedal board, I mean a simple board of wood. Even you just that you just take your measures of your pedals, you just place them on the floor in the way kind of that you are thinking that you will like the thing that work for you. Take those measures there. If you are able to find there some piece of wood there, well, it's a great solution, cheap solution, good solution. You then maybe are able even to use this thing that is Velcro, if that's the way to say it, over your wood, or if you just like your wood like that. I will just leave that wood just like that, the one of my pedal board. I have no problem to see there the wood. What I'm thinking is to add one of those things to the sides of the pedal board to take the pedal board. Despite yes, this piece of wood that I just bought is not that much. Well, has not that much weight. Very comfortable. But anyway, with the pedals over, yes, the thing gains there some weight. And now that the pedals also have their batteries inside, well, that's a little more of weight. So yes, I'm thinking in just to leave the thing there, just like that, and to buy even for transportation a simple case. So it's no more complicated. I just spend $10 in that thing, and the thing works. Even from the professional point of view, power your pedals with batteries is a good choice. There are no more complications there. You have no problems there of to power your pedals there with other systems to handle all that cable there in your pedal board, despite maybe it's not that much complicated neither. Many pros, that's kind of the most standard method out there for professionals will not opt. But well, I'm sharing my choice and barely works. So yes, just to charge you, that can be good. Well, not necessary for me to use nothing there to cut the wood I'm thinking to buy one of those things just to add or to add or to stick there to the surface down the pedals and over the wood of the board, you know, to just stick there the thing. You know, that kind of thing that sounds like shh. When you remove it, you are able to stick it again. So good enough, seems for me. Well, just sharing that thing. Thanks for watching. Have a good time.